You might notice that the camera is closer to me than usual. Well, I've noticed in my videos that when I have it set further away and I talk normal, you can't really hear me. The audio isn't that great when it's further back. It's either too low or too echoey because of the room. It's mostly empty. So I'm probably going to have to get a mic. Until then, I'm going to move it closer. I've been considering making this video for a while, but decided I've been deciding not to because of what happened last time I made a video like this. I've been avoiding it because I hate drama, and every time I post a video like this, there's always some kind of drama or it gets flagged or whatever. But just the last week alone, it's like one thing after another, and eventually it's like, I want to talk about it. But then I start to talk about it, and people are like, hey, you can't because of this or that. Anyway, so I just saw a post about, actually several posts in a row on Facebook about the Black Lives Matter movement, where everyone's saying it's a terrorist organization, they're a hate group, they're complaining about nothing, it's, the civil rights movement was 50 years ago, get over it, get over yourself, we have a black president in the office, racism is over, and they're all wrong. My phone's not even plugged in. My phone's at like 20%. If I don't have it plugged in, it's going to die while I'm filming. Okay, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so, like with the police shootings that have been going on like crazy. I mean, it was 2 years ago I did the Ferguson video, the two-part Ferguson video, because it was too long and I had to split it in half. I had a lot of people commenting, and I deleted the comments. I think the video is still up, so if you go to see it, look at those videos, you'll see the comments. There's no comments. Oh, well, I deleted them all because they're all like, I don't like drama, and it was all hate-filled. And I tried making it so that the comments were post by approval, but then that doesn't even work. I don't know. I said it so that I had to approve them, but they still go through. So I don't get it. But like the police shootings, the Ferguson was 2 years ago, and then the police brutality, that's what I'm trying to get at now. I watched, I know people are probably going to roll their eyes or stop watching when I say this. I watched Straight Outta Compton a couple nights ago, and that's really when I was like, I gotta really talk about this now. And I've been thinking about this the last couple of days, specifically the last couple of days, but I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I remember when the movie came out, everyone was complaining because it left a lot of details out. Like Dr. Dre, he was like hitting women and stuff and beating them up, and a lot of famous cases, and they left that out of the movie. They didn't even acknowledge it, and people were like, "Whoa, they're trying to make them look good," and like a lot of other things they changed from the actual events. But watching the movie, I realized that the point of the movie, in my opinion, I don't know if this is really the case, but I think the point of the movie wasn't so much to tell their story, though I'm sure it was. It was also to document, to bring attention to historical cases of police brutality against the blacks, because that was a huge focus in the movie. Like, there was a scene early on where I think it was Eazy-E was walking out of his friend's house. He lived across the street. He was literally just walking out of his friend's house, trying to walk across the street, and there was already cops there to arrest someone. It's heavily implied that the people they were trying to arrest were innocent, but I mean, just regardless of what the other people did, Eazy-E just walked, he was completely innocent. He was walking past a cop, and the cop saw him, just put his hand against him and pushed him against the car. And Eazy-E was even going, "What did I do?" And the cop was like, "I'm not telling you." Swearing, I don't swear. And that happened. That was like in '86 that happened in the movie, and then it put a lot of focus on the Rodney King incident, and that's when I realized it put a lot of emphasis on the group getting harassed by the cops. Especially they're standing outside their own studio, and they all get told to get on the ground, and Jerry Heller, I think his name was, Paul Giamatti, he came out and was like, hey, these are they're artists. Rap is an art. And so it put a lot of focus on the group themselves getting harassed. But then it also put a lot of focus on the Rodney King incident, where it didn't just, what they could have done if they were just going to let you know when this incident, usually if it's I should really script these out, because so many uhs and stumblings, and in some movies they'll put the moon landing or something, or some famous incident, Tiananmen Square or whatever, just to get you an idea of when this event is happening. Oh, this is happening in 1969, or this is happening while the moon landing. But they actually show the Rodney King incident 3 or 4 times, and they mention it over and over again. So that's when I realized they probably that was deliberate. They weren't just saying, "Oh, this is to let you know when this moment happened during that." I mean, they're putting "Hey, this has been going on," historical evidence of police brutality. And then whenever it actually showed, there was actually a whole scene where it showed the trial. It didn't show the trial, where it said that the police officers that actually beat him up were found not guilty, and it could have just been a background thing, but they made a scene of it where they were found not guilty, and it showed the reactions oh, how can they do this? And he was angry, because they were guilty. They got him on video, and they personally went through it, so they were probably thinking finally some justice, things are going to change. But it's 30 years later and it's still happening. And of course then I get a lot of ignorant people on my Facebook saying, oh, you don't want to get shot by the police, don't commit a crime. And I even on this one post, I gathered a lot of, bunch of video links to incidents of the last few years. I don't remember exact names. I wish I had the names listed. I should have planned ahead. Had my other phone out and listed the names. But the kid in Cleveland, he was in the park and he was playing with a BB gun. The official report is that the police stopped the car. They got out. They asked him to put down his weapons and raise his hands, and he pointed the gun and he ran at them, and then they shot him. Well, then the videos emerged where he's walking back and forth playing with his gun. The cops show up. The car is barely stopped. The police jump out, shoot him, and he's dropped. Completely against what the official report was. So what were the charges against the officer? None. And one of the more famous incidents was, I wish I knew the names. Oh wait, I have my other phone over there. And it's dead. Wait. What are the advantages of this phone? Yeah, here I am calling those Facebook people ignorant. I'm like, yeah, some guy in New York. I should have his name. You probably know who I'm talking about. The guy who was the illegal chokehold. The use of a chokehold in New York by police is illegal in New York. And I think I said New York 3 times. But it's illegal for them to use it. And they thought he was selling prescription drugs. And in the video you can see him, he's saying, I didn't do anything, I didn't sell any drugs. I didn't sell any prescription drugs. And then they go to arrest him, they put a chokehold on him. And they said he resisted arrest, but of course, he had 5 people surrounding him, attacking him, and the chokehold, of course, it got on video doing an illegal chokehold, on an innocent person. What were the charges? There were none. And it... Okay. I think his name was like Gardner or something. See, that's the sad thing. There's so many people, it's hard to keep track of all their names. Michael Brown, I think, was the name of the guy in Ferguson. Like, if it was just one or two... Rodney King was a huge deal. So, obviously, I remember his name. And I just saw the thing, like, a couple days ago. The video on the movie. And so, of course, I remember his name. But then, it's sad that there's been so many in the last few years. I can't keep all the names. I'm sure there's people that... Wait. Eric? Why is Eric Trump in my search history? I never looked him up. It hasn't been on in a few days, so it's doing the notification update. Anyway, point is, there's a lot of cases. I remember watching, there's this video of a homeless guy in LA. The witnesses that were there said that he was being tased. You can see him in the video, he's being tased. So, he was writhing from the tasing. And all of a sudden the cop shouts out, "He's got my gun!" And they shoot him like 5 times. But the witnesses there said he was writhing. How could he grab his gun? And they say he was a criminal. He was a threat. He was a homeless guy. He didn't want to leave his spot. You could see him in the video saying, "I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave." And so I guess, that's, worth death, apparently, according to the cops. And I think it should be done. I should not have thrown that. I should just put it in my pocket. And, no, it's not done. And so, they're actually, with the Black Lives Matter movement, okay, there was actually a route I was going to take this video. When I do a post or share a video or picture or something in support of Black Lives Matter, I get a lot of people commenting saying, "Why are you anti-cop?" or "You're racist," or "It's all lives matter." And something I've noticed, it's only white people saying that. And that sounds, I know that's, it's like, oh, white people. But no, I even addressed that in one of my comments on there. I noticed that the only people saying these things are white. And then, of course, they continue with, bashing the movement and, invalidating everything like it doesn't matter. And, nope, still going. I have to turn that phone on more often. And, the reason I'm focused on the phone is I want to actually, I really should script these kind of videos. Like, if I'm just talking about, Tomb Raider or something, then it doesn't matter, if I have it scripted. But something like this, I'd rather have a script. So it's not like, yeah, some guy in New York, in Cleveland, and LA, and I don't know their names. So many notifications that it froze. Okay, never mind. Completely ignore this part. But there was... Oh, yeah. The reason I mentioned the whole anti-cop racist thing, and that was a lot of notifications. It's still... Okay. Apparently... Okay, no pun intended. The world is in black and white. What I mean by that is... When people think you can only either... think one way or the other. Meaning that when I post something in support of Black Lives Matter, it means I support every single thing they do, and I hate all the cops if I think they're all corrupt and racist. Or if I post something supporting cops, then I like every single cop, and I worship the ground they walk on, and I think Black Lives Matter is a terrorist group and hate group. And there's no in between for people, apparently. Because I post something supporting Black Lives Matter, and and everyone's like, why are you anti-cop? And my grandfather was a cop, or my brother's a cop, I'm a cop. And, this is disrespectful. How? It's not saying, I know not all cops are like that. I mean, the vast majority of them aren't. Like the cops here where I live, they're all nice. And not just because I'm white. People say that, well, that's because you're white. Oh, actually, no, I've actually been with some black friends here, and the cop came by. Well, not here, to my apartment, but like just out. And they were... When you go to other places, I'm not good at wording things. I'm not an orator. Wait. That is not what I did. Okay, the battery just came out. I don't need that anyway. I don't need notes. I got this all in here. My hat. Not my ring. It's my hat. But basically, what I'm trying to say, if I remember the last thing I said, so I'm a complete idiot. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you've caught on to that. Because I say more than Barack Obama. No, they're going to say, oh, you're racist. I wasn't a fan of Obama until we were threatened with Trump. And suddenly, Obama doesn't seem so bad anymore. It's like, yeah, I'd take 2 more Trump... No. I'd take 2 more Obama terms over 1 Trump term. Because... Wow, did you see the debate the other day? I'm sure you did. I don't know who you are. I'm just saying you generically. I don't know who watches these. Nobody, apparently, because my last few videos still says no views. Yeah. So anyway, Hillary was interrupted. Like, I think I saw a post that said like 70 times she was interrupted. I watched the whole debate last night. Usually I don't watch the debates. I'm like, oh, I don't care about all that. But I saw everybody posting about it. Even some of my friends who I know aren't even into politics posting about it, that they saw it. And I'm like, okay, then I might want to watch this. And so I watched the whole thing. And I wasn't quite sure who I was going for because, obviously not Trump. Because... No, but they were both, they're both evil, but Hillary is like the slightly lesser of the 2 evils. She's still evil, but here's Trump and here's Hillary, slightly less evil. And so, but I was kind of like, oh, no, I don't want to do this. No, write in Bernie Sanders or something, or write in Chris Pratt. I don't know, would he be a good president? Is he old enough? I don't know. Within 30 seconds of the debate starting, I already knew who I'm pulling for now. And before I say this, because I did post about this, and everyone freaked out, saying, oh, she's pure... Oh, you already know who I'm talking about now. Oh, those... dang pronouns got me caught again. Spoiler. Anyway, so, yeah, when I posted that I would probably be supporting Hillary, everyone's like, oh, she did this, she did that, she's evil, she did that, and this and that. And I'm like, I know all that. I know she's evil, and she's not a good candidate. She's not going to be a good president. She's not, no. But... she's better than Trump. I know that everything she says is a lie and that she keeps changing her opinions on stuff, but what would you rather have? Would you have somebody who openly is homophobic and sexist and racist and Islamophobic and wants to build a wall and have Mexico pay for it and has a huge anger management issue? I think I worded that wrong. Or somebody who lies to get what you want. If she was against same-sex marriage, But then all of a sudden that was the popular thing. Oh yeah, I've always been for same-sex marriage. Okay, she changed her stance. I don't know what she believes, but she was going for what everyone else wanted. And I noticed that she does that. She changes her opinion to the popular opinion, which that's not a good thing, but it's better than the alternative. Because like right in her opening speech, she was talking, close the pay gap and the loopholes in corporates and raise minimum wage. Everything everyone's been wanting. She's saying all these things that everyone wants. Is she going to do it? Probably not. But she's trying. Trump comes right out. His opening lines were saying look at Mexico and China. They're taking all of our jobs, and these illegal immigrants are coming in, and they're taking their guns and they're shooting everyone. And I'm like, where is he coming from? I'm like, he actually at one point he was talking about I don't even remember what the question was, but he turned it into I remember now. They were actually talking about the police brutality. Hillary talked about her answer. I don't remember exactly what she said, but it was build a relationship between between the law enforcement and everything, so that less people and all that. The guns, all that. I don't remember exactly what she said. I've slept since then. But Trump, on the other hand, I think he misunderstood the question. Getting guns out of whatever. He was talking about getting guns out of immigrants' hands because immigrants are killing 4,000 people every year or something like that. And I'm like, that's not what the question was. And I think my favorite line of the whole night was Hillary said, "Yes, Donald, I know you live in your own reality," or something like that. And then, she even, at one point she laughed and said, "I have a feeling by the end of the night I'll be blamed for everything that's ever happened." And Donald angrily went, "Why not?" And he was angry the whole time. And constantly, he would interrupt Hillary and the moderator, I think his name was Lester, and he would constantly interrupt them, and they would let him talk sometimes. But then, God forbid, they interrupt him. Excuse me, I'm talking." Okay. You really want that thing as president? Every living president now says that he's not fit to be president. USA Today, I have their app. It's the only American news app I have. The other two I have are BBC and Al Jazeera. USA Today, I like them for, not mostly for the entertainment section. I don't really do their politics section. They always post about Harry Potter and stuff. That's why I have them. And Entertainment Weekly, but they're not technically news, they're entertainment. Which is why I do the USA Today. But anyway, they have a stance. They have this thing where they never side with a candidate. Well, I got a notification from the app earlier, yesterday or the day before, that for the first time in their history, I think 34 years, they were actually siding with a candidate. They actually said that Trump is not fit to be president, and it's the first time in their history that they've done something like that. He's that bad of a candidate. And so when I say I'm supporting Hillary, I don't mean I love her and I'm fully embracing everything she says. It just means not Trump, basically. So, as a friend of mine put it earlier, hashtag I'm with her, I guess. That pretty much sums it up. It's there's people that are they are the I'm in love with her type of people that I agree with everything she says, and they're the I'm with her. And then you get the people that are I'm with her, I guess, because it's not. There was a GIF I saw earlier. It was hilarious. Pretty much sums up what happened. It was from The Force Awakens. It was Bernie Sanders. He'll save us. It was Rey and Finn running towards her little thingy. I don't remember. I haven't seen the movie in a while. I've seen it once or twice. 3 times over. I saw it, went to the theaters and went on Blu-ray when I got it. And then it was them running towards the Bernie Sanders cruiser thing. It's like, what about that candidate? Oh, that one's garbage. And then it says Donald Trump flying overhead and it blows up the Bernie Sanders craft. The garbage will do, and it pans over to the Millennium Falcon, which is Hillary. And I'm like, that pretty much sums up what's going on here. It's like everybody that was supporting Bernie Sanders is like now going over to Hillary because Bernie is supporting Hillary because not Trump. That should be the slogan. I'm with her because she's not Trump. Something like that. This was actually supposed to be about Black Lives Matter, and I turned it into that. How long has it been? 25 minutes. See, that's why I plugged my phone in. I knew this wasn't going to be a short video. And I had like a whole lot of things planned in my head I was going to say, and then I should have written them down. That's what I meant by the script. No script. Oh, I have food over here. I bet it's cold now. Yeah, it's cold now. Speaking of script. I can't do serious videos. I try, and this is what happens. There was something else. I was gonna sound do. There'll probably be a part 2 because I actually did have a lot of things I wanted to say, but didn't get around to. I will write a script for the next one. I'm going to go ahead and upload this. Before everybody responds with negative comments, assuming people watch this, because nobody watches my videos anymore. Before you go to the comment section like, argh! Basically what the point of this was going to be, everything's not like one way or the other. Like, you can support Black Lives Matter and cops because they're not a terrorist group or a hate group. They're not a terrorist organization or a hate group. They peacefully protest. Why do they peacefully protest? The right to live and not get shot and not be prejudiced or profiled. When I do see the media talk about Black Lives Matter, they show like riot footage and throwing things through windows and flipping cars over and burning them. And I just saw a video shared by some big name Facebook thing, Young Turks or something. Probably not Young Turks. I don't want to accuse Young Turks of sharing this and then it not be them. But it was a video of a group of black people. They're like, white power, black power, kill all the white people. And they were like, set a car on fire, and then they're like, is he white? That's a white guy over there. Pull him out of his car, kill him. Yeah, we're gonna kill all the white people. And the caption of the video was, look at these peaceful protesters, all sarcastic. Like, that wasn't Black Lives Matter. I don't know who that was, but that wasn't Black Lives Matter. Yeah, basically that's what I was getting at. I support the peaceful protesting Black Lives Matter movement. And the cops that aren't corrupt. And believe it or not, there are both. You can support both. It is possible. That is all. For now, I said part 2 later. I don't know.